Hello and welcome back to the Call of Duty League. We are live here with the king of Chicago Huntsmen right now, Scump. Lovely to have you on the desk. Congratulations on the first win of CDL. You guys had a really hype moment there where you're popping off on stage. It looked like this meant the world to you to start things off with a bang. Talk to me about the atmosphere up there with your team right now.
Oh, I mean, it was amazing. It just felt a lot better because a lot of people really counted us out against that team. But in our hearts and minds, we knew that we could beat them and that we were better than them. But everyone holds online COD to such a high standard. So for us to come out and 3-1 them like that, especially beating them in 3 respawns because our search will get there, is just a really good sign and a really good start to the season for us.
Talk to me about the S&D, because we do know that, Nameless said to you, on your keys to victory, S&D could be your Achilles heel. It could be the one that really does let you down amongst the rest. Your respawns are looking solid right now. What do you guys need to do to step up your S&D game?
I mean, we just don't have as many reps as them. They've been playing S&D tournaments since the very beginning of the game, and we've had 5 scrims in it, I mean, which is partly our fault, but it's kind of hard to, A, find S&D scrims, and then B, take them as seriously as you possibly can. So, I mean, again, I'm just really excited that we got good reps against a good team on LAN, and hopefully we can just build off our S&D.
And you transitioned very well from online to LAN. You showed everyone what you're made of here, being live in the competition. Now we're going to take a look at some highlights from Chicago Huntsmen. TP, what are some of your highlights from this team?
I think the biggest thing is the Huntsmen were able to come out and bully them in response. The stat line doesn't lie. It was that hackney. And when you're able to dominate a map like that, going into the map 4, as a player, I can sort of speak to that in the past. It's like you kind of know going into that map 4, you just have that mental edge over your
Just
opponent.
to cut you off, after that first map even, we were like, they're not messing with us in gunfights. And then the S&D, we kind of expected it to go that way in a sense. I mean, obviously we thought we had a chance.
I feel you.
But then after third map, we put them in a 3-cap right off their good side, and we were like, oh my God, they're not shooting back. So
amazing.
And right there, we see those stats right there. I mean, you played well. Everybody on the team played incredible throughout. Like, Arcedy's had a huge performance. Were you expecting him to just go off like that?
Oh, yeah. I mean, Alex, one of those players where, you know, he shines online, but whenever you get to the important, like, hype matches on LAN, he's been that guy that just, he gets infinitely better. So to have him on the team, he's good vibes, he's an amazing AR, and he's using a sub on some of these maps and frying, so it's like, the guy does it all. Love him.
Scump, talk to me about our cities. Now we notice S&D, you put him with a snipe, not formal. Was that a big choice for you guys going to that? Have you been practicing with our cities with the sniper rifle, you know, in comparison to formal? We know that he's kind of a veteran when it comes to that kind of play.
Yeah, we actually have another little wrinkle that I don't think that we showed, but I mean, they just had a conversation and were like, who wants to do it? And Matt said that he felt a lot more comfortable with an AR on that map. So, I mean, it was just easy. He was like, all right, I'll take it. I feel comfortable doing this. I feel comfortable doing that. And then that's how it went.
And on Hackney Yard, you guys actually didn't have that preferable side to spawn on, but yet you still managed to absolutely dominate on that map. Talk to me about difficult positions that you may find yourself in live on the game that you can't do anything about, but how did you guys overcome that?
Well, that Hackney or Dom, like I said, we started on bad side. So it's really easy to get put in that green spawn trap like super early if you don't play it right off the start. So thankfully we got the right kills, and then we were actually able to flip them over to the pit spawn, and then we just held them in green for pretty much the whole side. We 3-capped them for like 2 minutes right off the start. So it couldn't have went any better, that Dom. That's like the perfect scenario.
To cut you off a little bit, Gunless was sort of like that playmaker when he was going on that flank, either at middle map or on green side to get over towards the A side. He was picking up pieces every single time. When you have someone on the map terrorizing them, winning those sub battles at close range, getting the neutral on A flag, staying alive. It's plays like that that allow everyone else on respawn to walk up and take whatever area of the map that you want.
Those are the important fights as well. Like those spawn flipping fights, like you can get easy kills all day if you're a COD professional, but to win those fights where they're expecting you to be coming and there's so many angles that they can be at, like those are the fights that change like the course of the map, and I think he went double positive, so he's winning a lot of them.
And Scum, of course, we are here right now, first event for CDL. What do you think of it all? We're in Minneapolis, first game on the main stage. Are you proud to be here?
Oh, it's amazing so far. Honestly, I didn't expect this many people to show up on Friday because a lot of people, I'm assuming, are in school and doing other things. So for everyone to show out like this and make this first CDL LAN experience what it is, it's awesome. It's awesome to see the support.
It is quite incredible. And you guys did an amazing job up there to start off our day. I want to thank you for an incredible performance with you and the guys. I'm so excited to see you go from strength to strength as the tournament goes on. And a really nice 10 points on the board as well, because of course we have that new point system with us. How are you feeling about this point system and how it's working for CDL?
I mean, I'm still not completely familiar with the system, but I was saying on stage, I was like, let's get these 10 points, boys. Like, it means a lot, especially this is just such a momentum swing for us. Like, we didn't really doubt ourselves at all, but again, to come in and win this match against a team that was favored, I mean, it just means the world. We're not really too worried about the points right now.
Absolutely, I'm sure you're not. And TP Nameless, any questions for our king before he goes?
Well, to hell with my power rankings, right? Like, I had you guys at like number 3. I think you just shot up right there. Maybe number 2. Maybe number 2.
I guess my question is, how was comms? First time on land with the team, were they kept under check? Were you feel like the comms were balanced?
Oh, yeah, they were perfect. We were saying going into the series, we were like, whenever we get frantic, especially against a team like them in FaZe, for instance, their subs are just so fast, it makes it seem like there's 6 of them on the map. So we were really focusing on the important call-outs and not so much of the one-shot, he's there, more of like formulating a plan mid-hard point per hill on how we're going to set this up and how we're going to break it. So our comms were phenomenal. Like,
that's great.
Better than I've ever seen, really. Yeah. And for that to be in the first match, it's, again, a good sign.
I'd love to hear that. And then last question from me, how does it feel to play with Matt again?
Oh, it's great. My guy tried to let it loose on second map. I think Krim was on the heady and mid-broken, and I was like, yo, Matt, if you didn't chow that, we'd probably win that round. And he was like, it was a heat check. And I was like, I mean, all right. But, yeah, it's really great to have him back on the squad. We're rooming together. We're watching movies. We're getting chocolates and stuff.
Look at you guys.
The vibes are there, so it's awesome.
Nice. Well, you guys have started off that new legacy together with absolute incredibility. And you know, obviously we've been watching very closely. If you guys have been watching the campaign, you'll know what I'm talking about. Scump, you've been followed around by TV crews. I'm sure it's nothing new to you. But talk to me about what it was like. It was like Jersey Shore, wasn't it? Talk to me what it's like, you know, to get followed around and your everyday shenanigans that goes on. Of course, you're a pro player. This is your career. This is what you do. And you're at the height of your game right now.
I mean, it was really easy for us. We're used to having cameras on us a lot of the time. We've done it years and years and years. So it was kind of cool. There was one moment when we went out to dinner and I walked in. I thought it was like a team dinner. It was one of our first ones, and I see like 6 huge cameras in every corner. I'm like, I feel bad for these people trying to come to this place and eat their dinner, and we're just like, again, the Jersey Shores. But it's a super cool series, and I'm really excited to see how it turned out.
Me too. And you know, I'm really excited for our next matchups as well, because coming up next, we have Seattle Surge that's going to be on the stage. Number 7 on Nameless's power rankings, and we're going to see if those switch around a bit as well. Is that accurately
placed, Seth, number 7, having the Surge there?
What'd you say?
Is that accurately placed, having the Surge at number 7? I think so.
I mean, again, it's like, based offline, it's kind of hard to throw stock into these like standings and stuff, but I'd say they're like a middle-of-the-pack team. You could... I mean, a lot of these like mid-tier teams, you could throw them in any direction. Like, they could be 5th on one day, they could be 4th on a day, they could, you know, they have amazing players on their team. They could hit their stride and they're the best team tomorrow. It's like Call of Duty is ever changing, and it's really just about how well you're communicating and working on your flaws. So
I think we'll see by London, we'll have a good idea at who's going to be consistently performing throughout the season.
We will indeed. Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. The king of Chicago Huntsmen.
I have one thing to
reigning
say.
supreme already, the first game of CDL. We will be back right after the break.
Oh, Crim 6, you got to take that poster down, man. We're living rent free, brother. Golly.
Thank you so much, Scum, and we'll see you guys after the break.
Oh, no.
I had to